Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're about to get into a mailbag where we answer questions from subscribers. If I missed your question, you can always hit me up on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back. Just let me know that you came from this video. First question coming in from my guy, C-Note. What up, brother? He says, you think Kenny Golladay will get at least one TD this season? Shout for the super chat as well. No, I don't. At one point, I thought Kenny Golladay could turn it around. I thought he would be a guy that would get involved in this offense once he came back from injury, came back from that hamstring. No, it just seems like he's not a guy that's a part of this game plan going forward on the offensive end. We've seen Isaiah Hodgins take his snaps. We've seen Marcus Johnson get snaps ahead of him. Richie James, Darius Slayton. For whatever reason, Kenny Golladay has not worked out for the Giants. I don't know if he's washed. This is the second staff in a row it hasn't worked out. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see it happening. Tuto with a $5 super chat. Big Marshy, we're 11-7 now, and we're playing next two matches of season on Fridays due to holidays. Please, all diehard Giants fans, pray for our victims. Shout out to Tuto, the best damn rugby player in the world and one of the biggest Giants fans I know. Shout out to Tuto for the $5 super chat. He's a real one. This one coming in from Odell Beckham. Never heard of him. How long till Xavier McKinney is back? I'm hoping McKinney comes back for week 18 against the Philadelphia Eagles. He did a light warm-up on Sunday night against the Washington football team, or Commanders. I still say football team. They change their name every year. It's so hard. Did a little bit more practice this week. Not going to play this week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'd say he's doubtful for the Colts, and I think he has a good shot against the Philadelphia Eagles in the last week of the season. That's the date that I have circled, the last day of the season against the Eagles. This one coming in from Prime Time Likes Me. Kayvon Thibodeau with one of the quotes of the year. He was asked about playing on primetime football and if he likes it, and he says, Prime Time likes me. What does the Giants, what does the 2023 NFL free agent wide receiver class look like? Great question. Because we all know the Giants need a guy at a wide receiver. Or are they going to do it in free agency? Are they going to do it in the draft? Well, let's look at my opinion, the top 10 wide receivers that are going to be on the market in NFL free agency. It's not that good of a class. I mean, I think the best guy is probably JuJu Smith-Schuster. You have Odell Beckham Jr., of course. Then you got guys like Jacoby Myers, who's solid. Paris Campbell's okay. Matt Collins, Alan Lazard is okay. I like Marvin Jones, but he's getting older and older. A guy that I would keep my eye on for the New York Giants is either JuJu Smith-Schuster or Mecole Hardman. I think Mecole Hardman makes some sense. Spent some time with the Chiefs, spent some time with Mike Kafka, who was at one point the QB coach for the Chiefs. Now he's the offensive coordinator for the Giants. I'd be down for a guy like DJ Chark. I'd keep my eyes on OBJ, Hardman, Smith-Schuster, or maybe a guy like Alan Lazard, or maybe a cheap contract for a veteran like Marvin Jones. Obviously, there's more than just 10 wide receivers. These are the guys that I thought were the top 10, but I want to hear from you. Name a wide receiver you want the Giants to sign. Go on down in the comment section and let me know. Name a wide receiver you want the Giants to sign. I feel like a lot of people are going to be typing OBJ. Mr. Yair, hope I'm saying that right. How far is the Giants making it to the playoffs? How far are they making it in the playoffs? You know, I think anything is possible once you get into the playoffs. I mean, when the Giants won their last two Super Bowls, they got in as wild card teams. You're always one injury away, whether it's your team or another team, from their season completely changing. I think anything can happen once you get into the playoffs. Can they win a playoff game? I think so. I think they could beat the Niners versus Brock Purdy, no Deebo Samuel. It's going to be tough. They're a damn good football team. I think they could beat them. They get matched up with the Vikings in the playoffs. I think they could beat them. I don't think it's out of the realm to say the Giants could win a playoff game. Will they be favored? No doubt they will not, no. But we've seen this before where the Giants come in as underdogs, start winning games on the road, get momentum, and they're a team you don't want to mess with. I think the Giants could win a playoff game. That's what I'll say right now. Steven, my guy, says, how do we feel about $100 million, 4 years, $25 million a year, easy out after 2 if needed with $60 million guaranteed? I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I would like there to be an easy out after year 2 with 50 guaranteed. For Daniel Jones, of course, talking about the Daniel Jones contract. 4 years, 100 mil, 25 per a year with an out after year 2. I'd like that to be closer to 50, 60. I wouldn't hate it if he signed a contract like that. I just want to keep it somewhat to a shorter contract. That's why I like the out after year 2, because I think he still has some stuff to prove before we just declare that he's the franchise quarterback going forward. I like DJ, but you all at your job as an NFL franchise is always to try to upgrade at the quarterback position. And we have to be honest, DJ's not a top 10, top 12, top 14 guy. Everyone's got their opinions on DJ. I like him. I don't love him. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Go to youtube.com/NYGiantsTV. We're getting closer and closer to 22,000 subscribers on the channel. It's been a hell of a ride this season. We've already doubled our subscriber count, and we're going to look to add more and more and continue to put out videos every single day on the latest news and rumors. If you love the Giants, you bleed Giants blue and red, go down right now, hit that big red sub button. Sub for Giants Dubs. Junior, what up, brother? He says, prediction on Jefferson's stat line this week. Hopefully 0 catches, 0 yards, and 0 touchdowns, right? He's going to have a good game. Noah Dory Jackson's going to be tough to slow him down. The guy's averaging over 100 yards per game right now. 6 grabs for 120 and a touchdown. Is that too light? It would and I don't think that's I don't know. It's going to be tough. 7 grabs, 110. I think he scores. I think he gets over 100 yards. Their offense runs through him, just like the offense for the Rams last year ran through Cooper Kupp. They have McConnell. He came over. Now he's their head coach, was the play caller, or the OC. Obviously, McVay calls the plays. But you got to find a way. Got to find a way to slow down a guy like Justin Jefferson. Crim's dad, my guy, a real one, says info on Sterling Shepard coming back next year. I think there's a possibility for sure. I think the fact that he stuck around even though he got hurt towards ACL, you don't really see guys that tear their ACL and they continue to hang around the team and be involved. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but be a hype man and be a cheerleader and be a damn good teammate. That's what Sterling Shepard is right now. Every time he's there at the Giants game, he's on the sidelines. Most guys don't do that after they suffer an ACL injury. I'm a huge fan of Sterling Shepard. Probably one of my favorite players on the Giants right now. He just plays with heart. He loves being a Giant. He's the longest tenured one on the roster. It just sucks seeing that his body has somewhat given up on him. Look, I wouldn't give him a long-term deal. I wouldn't give him a lot of money. But if he wants to come back next year on a 1-year prove-it deal, sign me up. I'd love to see number 3 back in blue for the Giants. We'll get to more questions here in a second, but I at first want to give a big shout-out to our proud sportsbook partner here at Chat Sports. That is BetUS, the best sportsbook in the game with the best sportsbook deposit. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT. They're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 in. They'll give you 125 for free. You have 225 in your account to bet with. Bet on the Giants. You bet on the Knicks. They've won a lot of games in a row. They're way better than the Miami Heat. Suck it, Rolly. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code chat125. Swaggy7, what up, bro? He says, Marsh, I think there's a better chance we win against the Vikings than to the Colts. I feel like if Saquon really breaks out and Kayvon stays hot, we can squeak out a win. Love your vids. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. And look, I'm not saying we can't beat the Vikings, and I hope it didn't come across as that. I just think the Colts are a better matchup for us. Vikings have an explosive offense. They like to throw the football. And without a guy like a Dory Jackson or Xavier McKinney, I don't think it's the best matchup for New York. But the Giants can absolutely win this game. The Vikings, they're not a team that's just going to come through and dominate a team. They're a bad defense. They allow, I think, the 4th most points per game in the NFL, and they have the worst yardage per game defense in the NFL. So you're going to be able to put up points on them. It's just going to be a matter of if the Giants are going to be able to do that. They give up 30 points a lot to teams, and I see Rick in the comments saying Vikings are prime for the taking. They are. Giants can win this game. I actually like the Giants to win the game. Jay Liv, my guy, says, do the Giants look at a QB in the draft? What are their options? $1 million question right there, J-Liv. I think the Giants will look at the QB position. Not saying they are going to draft one in round one, but they'll do their evaluations. They'll scout them. I bet the Giants will pick somewhere from 18 to 24, something like that. It's just hard to find your franchise QB at that part. Look, if they go through this process and they fall in love with a QB, maybe they go up and trade for a guy. It's going to take a lot to do that. We've seen what it's costed in the past for teams to do that. I think the Giants are going to look at the second and third round for a QB. If I had to predict what I think happens is they give Daniel Jones a 2-year deal. They draft a QB in day 2 of the draft, and they try to develop him. If they suck next year, which I don't think will happen, they'll be back at the top of the draft. Then maybe they go get a guy like Drake May or Caleb Williams. It's going to be interesting. Interesting couple of months, no doubt about it, J-Liv. I think they will look at the QB. They fall in love with one, they'll make the moves. If not, they'll kick the can down the road. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Individual says score prediction for this weekend. This one's tough because I think the Giants can win. I don't know that they will win. Like, I knew they were going to win against the Washington football team. I was confident. I knew that they were going to come out. They're the better coach team. Brian Dable's such a better coach than Riverboat Ron Rivera. Such a fraud. Give me the Giants. 31-27. 31-27. They find a way to slow down the offensive attack against the Minnesota Vikings. Daniel Jones puts together a touchdown-winning drive to give the Giants a win, 31-27. Boat crew. That picture blows. The Giants need another cornerback. Who is your number one target? I think the Giants are going to look towards the free agent market at the cornerback spot, and there's a lot of good ones coming up. You got a guy like Jonathan Jones playing for the New England Patriots. I just kind of worry about signing players from New England because it's like, is he good? Is he good because of the system? Or is he good and he's good because of the system? You never really know. I like Emmanuel Mosley a lot. He was great for the Niners last year, tore his ACL this season. I know that's always tricky to sign a cornerback like that, but he's a damn good player. Marcus Peters, a guy that spent time, obviously, with Wink Martindale. I think he'll be in the decision possibly for the Giants. Rock Ya-Sin of the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a physical corner on the outside, likes to play a lot of bump and run man coverage. That's what the Giants love to do. A name that I would keep in mind, though, is Jamel Dean, the 26-year-old corner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a guy that I think is only getting better and better, has not hit his prime. He's younger than all of these guys right here. I think any one of these guys could be Giants at the end of the season come free agency. What do you say, though? Name a cornerback you want the Giants to sign. Doesn't have to be one of the 5 that I mentioned. It could be anyone that you think. Maybe you want Patrick Peterson. Maybe you want someone else. Give me a corner you think the Giants should sign in free agency. Go off, sound off down below. And make sure to give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back. Just DM me mailbag so I know that you came from this video.